étudiants 8th standard. So lesson 5 we have been seeing the French passage faire les courses, and last class we did this French translation, and translation based exercise also we have covered. So upcoming is les verbes savoir et connaître, and les adverbes d'interrogatif, interrogative adverbs. In your book, the first exercise is les adverbes d'interrogatif. So first we will discuss on this, and in case if we have time, we will go for this savoir et connaître. Okay. So today's online test for you will be based on this. So kindly listen properly. It will be very easy. Shall we? Yes. So you guys know what is interrogative sentence, right? So les adverb the interrogative is nothing but the question keyword is called as interrogative words. So if someone asks you your age, you will say 14 or 13 or 12, and the word which they use is, they will not ask who is your age or which is your age, they will ask what is your age, right? So that what. So now we are going to see what are the keywords which help us to question in French. Okay. So the first one is, we have learned 3 forms of making questions in French. We also learned qui est ce, qu'est-ce que c'est. To ask the more specific information, we use certain interrogative adverbs. So hope you learned this in 6th standard once. Okay. Qui est ce is used when you want to ask who is this, to want to know the who the person is. In case if a new guest arrives your home, you ask your dad or mom, who's this? So in that context you use qui est ce, right? And in case if the same person or your uncle or aunt is buying you a gift, you will ask them what is inside the box. Qu'est-ce que c'est? And they will say there are some books, there are some chocolates. Okay, so this is the use of qui est ce and qu'est-ce que c'est. So qui est ce is for person, qu'est-ce que c'est for objects. Okay. Now other things which we are going to cover is adverb interrogative, that is the word used in French to denote the question words. Okay. Interrogative adverbs. So first we will see où. This word is called as où. This word où is used to denote a place. Où habitez-vous? Où habitez-vous? Where do you live? I live in Pondicherry. I live in India. Okay, so where do you live? This statement can also be asked in another form, that is où est-ce que vous habitez? If you see this, this is the inverse method. So last lesson we learnt 3 types of questions: intonation, inversion, est-ce que, right? So inversion is the form which is used here, and this is using est-ce que to denote that it is a question. Où habitez-vous? Où est-ce que vous habitez? Okay. The difference between this and this is, here this verb comes first and the subject comes second. Here the subject is first and the verb is second. Okay. Now we'll go for the second one, quand. Quand is used to denote a time. So when you want to ask someone at what time the match starts, at what time the cricket match is going to start, or at what time the Olympics is going to start, and what time you will arrive our home. So quand is used when you want to get the answer as a time. So quand means when. Quand viens-tu? Quand est-ce que tu viens? So quand viens-tu? So when do you come, or at what time you come? So quand is used to denote the time. Comment. Comment means how. Comment joue-t-elle? Comment est-ce qu'elle joue? So como is the method which you use to play. How do you play? With the ball or with the bat or with some other shuttle, whatever the method. How do you get here? So how do you go to school? By bike or bus. So the method which you use, that is called como. And the next one is combien. Combien always refers to the quantity. Okay, so if someone is asking you to buy some sweets for their birthday, you will ask how much chocolate should I buy, either it is 1 kg or half a kg or 50 chocolates or 100 chocolates. So at that case you can say combien. This combien is also used to ask your mark. So how much you took, how much marks you took. So combien. Combien de chocolat achètes-tu? Combien de chocolat est-ce que tu achètes? So you can go with any one question type, so that will be easy for you. Either in the second form or first form, which is comfortable for you, you can take it. Now the final question is pourquoi. Pourquoi is nothing but asking why. Pourquoi sort-il? If someone is talking to you and suddenly he gets out and you ask your friend why he is going out. In case if you are absent to the class, sir will ask no, why he is not here, like that. Pourquoi means why. Pourquoi est-ce qu'il sort? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 7 types of questions we learnt, question keywords we have learnt. So let's revise that 7 and then we'll go for exercise number 1. Okay, now I'll repeat. Qui est ce for personality, qu'est-ce que c'est for denoting an object, où is to denote a place, quand time, comment the method how, combien how many or how much, pourquoi why reasoning. Now there is a small note point, we have to learn it. Note, we answer to the question pourquoi by using parce que. So this question alone, pourquoi, we should answer using parce que because we have to justify. Justifying something, how we will justify? I am absent for the class today because I was feeling sick. So because should be used whenever you answer the question of pourquoi. Okay, so now we have some idea what are the question keywords. Now let us put it in the application method, that is exercise number 1. Let's go to exercise number 1. Take page number 54 and exercise number 1. We have 12 questions, we are going to deal that now. Okay, nous allons à Paris. So see, they have given you a very good identification, that is they have given you a name of the place. Paris means Paris. So whenever there is a place, it denotes a place. What should be the question? The question should be où, O-U accent. Please do not forget the accent, because in case if the accent is not there, the meaning will change as O-U will become or, but O-U with accent will become where. Okay, so please do not forget that. Now when you ask a question, how will you ask? Nous allons à Paris. O-U, où allez-vous? Où allez-vous? The question will be où allez-vous? This time I am going to practice this exercise without showing you the answers, because I want you to just understand this. Next class I will ask you with the answers, I will give you the solution, so you can take it from there. Why not? Because this class, because you will not think. If I show you the answers, you will stop thinking, you will straight away read the answers for me. So I am going to not give you the answers. Okay, now very easy one. C'est mon frère. So the first answer I finished. Où allez-vous? If you don't know the answer, I think the answer is already there. So où habitez-vous? Instead of this habitez, you have to write où allez-vous. Second one, c'est mon frère. So what should be the question? The question should be qui est ce? Why? Because that's a personality or a person. So whenever it is a person, what should be the question? The question is here. Qui est ce? Qui est ce? C'est mon frère. So the question is qui est ce? The third question. Elle va à la gare. So à la gare is a place. So for place, which one we should use? Où? Où va-t-elle? Why? Because va, because it is third person singular, that is elle is given. We should not change the subject in case if it is elle. If it is some other subject like nous, we can say, for nous we can use vous, for tu we can use je, but elle we cannot change. The question should be elle and the answer should be elle. Example, imagine you are inside the class and one of your friend is going out. I will ask you, where is he going? I cannot ask where are you going, because he is the person who goes out of the class. I cannot ask you. Okay, I am asking you, pointing towards him, where is he going? And you are saying he is going to library, he is going to meet a teacher. So whenever the question is he, the answer will also be he. Okay, so the answer will be où va-t-elle. So since this va and elle joins each other in the inversion method, we should introduce a small letter, that is t, to denote that it is the inversion method. Où va-t-elle? Okay. Fourth one, mon père reste à Nice parce qu'il a du travail. Okay, wonderful example is there. Parce que. So just now we read a note, and that will be easy for you. See, we answer to the question pourquoi by using parce que. So the question should be pourquoi. The question should definitely be pourquoi. Now, pourquoi mon père is given, no? So when the answer, it will be becoming mon. The question, it should be ton. I am asking you, what is your father? And you will say, my father is. So the answer is my father is. So the question should be your father. Pourquoi ton père reste à Nice? Pourquoi ton père reste à Nice? Question mark. So do not forget to write the question mark, because without the question mark we cannot say find the question. So the question keyword should be correct, the sentence should be correct, and the question mark should exist. That's how you can get mark. Okay. Ma cousin est très sympa. So fourth one we finished. The fifth one is mon cousin est très sympa. Sympa means it is a feeling. He is very comfortable, or he is nice. So in which way, or in which behavior, or which method he is? He is a jolly method, or he is a jolly boy, or he is a good boy, he is a nice boy. Okay. So ma cousine, sorry, this is a female. Ma cousine est très sympa. So comment est ta cuisine? Comment est ta cuisine? Comment est ta cuisine? So the question should be in the same reverse form. Comment est ma cuisine should become ta cuisine. Comment est ta cuisine? The answer will be ma cuisine est très sympa. Okay. So write it on your own. I know it will be a little tough, but as you listen and write, it will be very well practiced, and it will be easy for your exams. Okay. Saison des tomates. So tomate is what? It is a object. So what should be the object based question? Saison des tomates. So here is the object based question. Qu'est-ce que c'est? It's a question, simple question form. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? And the answer is saison des tomates. Saison des tomates. Okay. Shall we go for the seventh one? Jacques part à 6 heures du soir. So, Jacques part à 6 heures du soir. So, already I told you, in case if it is based on time, okay, in case if it is based on time, what should be the question? So, time denotes quand, when. So, quand Jacques part or quand part Jacques. Subject verb or verb subject. Quand est-ce que Jacques part? You can write also this. Quand est-ce que Jacques part? And question mark. Okay. So the answer will be same. Jacques part à 6 heures du soir. Why we are not changing Jacques? Because it is third person singular. Il. The name is given. Okay. So it will be very easy. Eighth one. Il habite à Toulouse. Toulouse is a place. Okay. So first one. It is the example of the first one. Whenever it refers to a place, what should be the answer? So to form a question regarding place, où habite-il? Just we have to write où habite-il. So if I take this keyword as où habite-il question mark. Où habite-il? Il habite à Toulouse. That's it. Elle a deux frères. So it is denoting quantity. She has two brothers. So what should be the question? Combien de frères? What I said here. So whenever it is quantity, use combien. Okay. Combien de frères? Combien de is expression. Okay. Use as it is given in the tabular form. Take this two frères and write combien de frères a-t-elle? A-T-L. Combien de frères a-t-elle? Combien de frères a-t-elle? You have to make it as a writing practice because you guys are French student. So you try to write it as a sentence. Definitely in the upcoming class I will show you the solutions. I want you to write because you have not been given writing practice, so that's why I am dictating. Okay. Combien de frères a-t-elle? 10th one. Nous allons au pique-nique dimanche. Dimanche means Sunday, right? So Sunday denotes what? Place or time or what? So Sunday denotes the time. Okay. On which day? So it denotes the time. So quand vous allez au pique-nique. That's it. Quand vous allez au pique-nique. Quand, you have to write quand here. Quand vous allez au pique-nique. And the answer is nous allons au pique-nique dimanche. This nous is becoming vous when it is a question mark. Okay. When you form a question, this nous will become vous. Imagine I am asking you guys, when you are all going for a picnic, and you say we are all going to picnic this Sunday. Okay, we are nearing the end of the session. Ma sœur nage très bien. So très bien is what? How she. Imagine if someone is asking you, how will you swim? Will you swim nicely? And you will say, yes, I will swim very well. So if someone is asking your skill, how do you do? How will you swim? You will swim fast or slow, or how will you do it? And the answer will be ma sœur nage très bien. So comment ta sœur? Ta sœur. Ma sœur will become ta sœur when it is a question. Comment ta sœur nage? So there is no difference. Comment should be coming method. Comment ta sœur nage? Question mark. The last one. Je regarde la télé à 8h30. Very easy one. So it denotes a time. Quand tu regardes la télé? That's it. Quand tu regardes la télé? Question mark. So the je should become tu. Why? Because when tu is when you will watch TV, and you will say I will watch TV at 8 o'clock in the evening. So quand regardes-tu la télé, or quand tu regardes la télé? Question mark. Okay. So we are reaching the end of the session. So this is enough. I don't want to confuse you more with this savoir and connaître. So this is a little different. So let's see in the upcoming class. I think this is enough for you. What I want you to do is write this in your grammar page. Okay. So savoir and connaître, you write this in your grammar page, and also this interrogative tabular column, you write this in your grammar page, and revise it properly. This page alone, revise it properly. You must know all these 7 keywords: qui est, qu'est-ce que c'est, où, quand, comment, combien, pourquoi. You must know the meaning of it and when to use it. If you know this alone, it is easy to create a question. Why should you create a question? If you are able to create a question, then you will be able to create an answer. Okay, that will help you to write your French passage translation, or a French comprehension, everything. It will be very useful. Okay, so we are nearing towards the end of the session, and last class I gave you this homework. À la boucherie on achète, au marché on achète, à la crèmerie on achète, à la boulangerie on achète, à la poissonnerie on achète. So I think you should have finished it. I mean 6 and 7 you should have finished it. So I want you to write the classwork till exercise number 1. In case if you don't know exercise number 1, write the question and leave the space for the answer. Okay. Now I'll tell you how I'm going to ask today's online test. I'll give the answer like this. The same 12 questions will be there, and I will, in the bracket, I will give you to choose the right interrogative word. I will ask you to choose the right interrogative word. So you should just choose the right interrogative word which is suitable for that particular sentence. No need to change the entire sentence. Okay. So for example, nous allons à Paris. I will give you quand, comment, où, and you should choose où. Why? Because à Paris denotes what? À Paris denotes a place. So you should choose only où. So that's how we have to approach today's online test. Okay. So merci. Kindly keep your classworks ready then and there. Please don't be lazy. Okay. And we have to just go with the portion. And for midterm we should complete what? Lesson 5 and lesson 6. So within 1 or 2 days, I mean 2 more classes, I will finish lesson 5 and we'll go for lesson 6, and then we'll start our revision. Okay. So merci, bonne journée, have a nice day guys, bye.